we're actually breaking news here. So I have Jason and Alireza, the founders and CEOs of Daylight and NATIX, two of the top DPINs in the space, and they're here to announce a really, really special partnership. But first, I want to just pitch it to Jason to tell us the very high level kind of quick overview of Daylight and what he's building with that project.
Of course. And Connor, thanks again for inviting us to do this. It's great to be back on your show. Daylight, very simply, is building a clean, resilient energy system that's powered by everyone. Our network provides tools and incentives to turn homes and buildings into power plants. And the network unites those buildings together and those power plants together to support the grid to be more broadly sustainable, reliable, and accessible. So that's what we're doing at Daylight.
Awesome. And then Alireza, what about you? What are you guys building at NATIX? And then if you could give us maybe a high-level overview of the partnership that you just announced with Daylight.
Yeah, thanks again for having us, Connor, into your show. With NATIX, we're building the largest camera infrastructure in the world, the same way that Uber built the largest taxi network in the world, or Airbnb built the largest, let's say, housing network or shared housing network in the world. We're using DeepIn, I guess both of us and Daylight. And why camera? Because camera is the most powerful sensor that you can tap into. I personally have worked with cameras and AI, computer vision AI, for more than a decade. And I can tell you, with smart cameras, when you combine it with AI, AI is the limit, not the sky. And AI is growing at a super, super fast pace. So, and the use cases that we are basically starting to cover with the camera network is mapping. So creating a digital twin of our world and the most updated and fresh map of the world. We call it dynamic maps. And the other one, which we're also entering, which I would love to come to your podcast soon on that one too, is regarding autonomous driving. Very, very interesting use case. Yeah, and regarding the partnership with Daylight, I think I met Jason some time ago, and I love what they're doing. I am a personal advocate of their project, and we decided to obviously partner and offer what they're kind of bringing to the market to our user base. And essentially we want to enable them to enter this energy sharing market. The first step is to enable them to do that from their home. And then the next step would be to enable them to do it via their cars, because, cars are a big part of today's energy market. I think Jason can confirm that as well. And the step one of that is we're offering Daylight in our marketplace. Our marketplace has been a home of a lot of DeepIn products. And we're happy to have that. But the partnership is a little bit special. I think what is going to be special this time is that we have never rewarded our users with extra NATIX token to join another platform, but we're doing that with Daylight. So you essentially have to join Daylight, follow a couple of steps, and do a certain, let's say, minimal amount of work, and then you will be rewarded both with Daylight points as well as NATIX token, which is right now live actually in the market. Jason, I don't know, maybe you want to also elaborate a little bit on that.
That's great. Yeah, it's exactly right. And what's so exciting, about Daylight, I think we really modeled ourselves a lot off of the lessons that NATIX learned. Number one, starting with kind of a software first approach to DeepIn, starting with a mobile app. And so users to get connected to Daylight and to start earning on the Daylight platform, it's very simple. We integrate with over 100 different existing energy devices, things like smart thermostats, solar inverters, batteries, and electric vehicles and electric vehicle chargers. And users can connect those through the app via a very simple API. It takes 30 seconds to connect those devices and start earning. And users can also complete quests in the app to earn more and find other ways to earn on our platform. But the reason we find the NATIX partnership so special is that, as Alireza mentioned, at its core, NATIX is a decentralized mobility platform. So much of the camera network is built around mobility. And so much of the future energy system is actually going to be built around mobility as well. As we think about the electrification of transportation, electric vehicles are becoming this massive new load and demand on the energy grid. But it's also becoming a massive new resource for the energy grid because EVs are basically giant rolling batteries. And so connecting to as many different EVs as we possibly can is going to be a very big base for the Daylight network, and one where we see a really easy way for many, many people to get involved in kind of the democratization of energy markets and really start to participate in the energy sharing market that we're building. And so as we deepen our partnership with NATIX, we really see ourselves aligning around this vision of mobility, and especially electric mobility, where users are earning not just for mapping through their electric vehicles, but also the energy associated with their electric vehicles.
Well, guys, super cool. I love to hear about partnerships like this in the deep end space. I've heard a ton of good things from different deep end projects about how their partnerships with NATIX have gone. I think, Alireza, you guys have a huge kind of user base, and you've really been able to lower the barrier for contributors by having, like Jason said, a software kind of app-based approach. And so you have a ton of contributors. They're deep in fanatics. They're willing to test out new apps, download things, buy hardware. And I think it's great to kind of activate them for Jason's Deep in Daylight. And the whole vehicle to grid concept was put onto me by Jason as well. And I think will be really, really impactful into the future as all the cars in the world, eventually electrify. And like he said, they're kind of just these huge rolling batteries that can be both discharged to drive themselves, but also discharge their energy into homes to power homes. So super, super cool. Guys, where do you want to drive our listeners to in terms of a call to action or an app to download, or like just what would you like them to do when they hear this message?
So I think, because of this collaboration that we're doing, any of the NATIX users can already go to our marketplace. That's how you can unlock this special deal that we have with Daylight, which basically gives you both NATIX and Daylight reward if you go and join the Daylight platform. But obviously, I would invite both of you guys to individually join each one of these platforms, even if it's not through one another. And I think once there's a lot of stuff that Jason is also and his team are cooking, which we're going to basically integrate on a deeper level. As he said, like basically enrolling EVs directly from the app. And as you can see, I think, it's getting easier and easier to connect mobile phones to EVs. Like Tesla, I think, is one of the easy examples. And to enroll your EV into a grid like what Daylight is creating is going to be even easier, which we can enable that too. So yeah, step one would be just go to our marketplace, get to Daylight. And step two would be, if you don't have access to the marketplace, just download each one of the products and dig further.
Awesome. Jason, anything different from your end, or same call to action there?
Nope, exactly right. We're excited to partner with NATIX and welcome the NATIX community into the early Daylight community. We're excited for everyone to come join us. And if you're not following us, definitely follow us on Twitter at @DaylightEnergy_. And you can follow along all of our announcements there. You can find link to the app, link to the website, and link to the Discord directly on our Twitter. So I hope to see the entire NATIX community join the Daylight community here pretty soon.
Awesome. Well, super exciting to get this out and to hear about this partnership. And thanks, guys, very much for coming on.